everybody, my name's Ardendris, and welcome back to the DBC mod. I am tired. I'm recording this at midnight because I've had a very busy day and have not been able to record at my normal time. This might end up being a shorter one. Anyways, last time we continued upping our stats somewhat. Strength's up 56, dexterity's up above 80. The singular extra point from form mastery is messing with me. I do not like that I cannot put this at 80. It has to be 81. Con, up, willpower, spirit, and mind. We now have a whole bunch of. All that stuff is well and good. What's our current... Okay, we're up to 30% with each punch to get TP gain. That's pretty good. Anyways, other than that, we showcased the training pod I have built over in the hyperbolic time chamber. We might end up going to see that again depending on how a day goes and if we need to go do more training. But then we started heading through more of the story mode. Right now, we're at the Piccolo Jr. saga, which is where we ended off last time. Let's see, who did we start with? What was the last opponent we started last time? Did we start trying to beat Tien? I think yesterday started with Tien, right? Because he was a big powerhouse, we couldn't beat him in the episode prior. Hence all the training we ended up doing. But Tien was a tough fight, managed to buff ourselves up by going up to 65% after getting a potential unlock up to level 3. Now we can access 65% of our power, and all of our other current skills are a little bit stronger too. So Tien went down, and then we started fighting the Piccolo, King Piccolo story, in which King Piccolo sends his Namekian henchmen to come and get us and get all the Dragon Balls so he can become immortal. Or whatever, I don't remember. The story isn't super in-depth in this. It basically just says, oh, here's who you're fighting and who sent them occasionally. Other than that fight is basically all it is. But yeah, King Piccolo sent some of his kids. We managed to take on Tambourine Drum more or less no problem. And then we ran into King Piccolo himself, who was a bit more of a challenge. I think technically we didn't go up to 65% until fighting King Piccolo. We managed to beat Tien, I think, at like 60. I don't quite remember. But King Piccolo was definitely one where we had to bump our stats up a little bit. We took down his base form, and then took on his altered, stronger form after he got the 7 Dragon Balls. We won. We took a couple deaths last time, but it's fine. Anyways, I think that's about where we ended off last time. Now the story takes off with the Piccolo Jr. saga, where we're once again fighting in another tournament. We're barely started and we're already 3 tournaments in. And we're fighting Cyborg Mercenary Tao. Tao is an opponent we fought during the Red Ribbon saga, and he was a menace. But now he's stronger, because now he's a cyborg too. So let's just jump into things, shall we? Okay, you're strong, but I'm not sure if you're actually King Piccolo strong. Yeah. King Piccolo was definitely a little bit stronger than you are, my friend. Mercenary Tao's more or less no problem. I wonder if we'll be able to make it to the end of original Dragon Block today. Anyways, we're going to continue fighting to protect. And now we're fighting Tien again. Tien has gained a lot of power since you last fought him. Kill Tien Shinhan. Are you actually going to... Yep, there you are. Okay, here we go. You definitely have more health than... Oh, I ran out of the arena. I lose. No, we're not playing by those rules. Although I am still going to lose because our friend here is pretty tough. I could have played this better, and if I eat, I can definitely win, but I am trying to avoid doing that for the most part. But the more I use this barrage, the more powerful it becomes, to the point where it might actually be worth it to use. Because right now, that's not exactly the case. Although I only made this thing max out at 50% power because I was low on TP, didn't I? So I should make it. I'm starting to gain more TP. I should make a stronger barrage attack that accesses 100%. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna let that fight finish. I technically could win there if I played it differently, but I want to fight these more mostly legitimately. Honestly, if I had blocked perfectly at the beginning there and started the fight in turbo mode, I might have been able to win that fight just with blocking or punching, but it would have been a little bit tight. Do I have enough TP? I have 2100. There's 10 points I could put in something. Or it's 10 points into mind and unlock another 5% power, which would probably get us the win anyways. Where'd I put these? Nope, I wish I could cycle backwards to singular points. Strength up to 61. Con up to 65. Dex up to 85. And then I can fit 2 more points in. Not gonna bother. There's a minor boost to a couple of stats. Is it enough? Probably, maybe not. Or probably not. We're still gonna give it a shot, doing tiny boosts at a time. Once again, I forgot to start this fight in turbo mode. Okay. I can get 3 hits in if I'm good before they get a second hit in. Got you. I won't pretend. I typo there. I'm not wounded, but it's only my pride. Oh yeah, he also went. So did Mercenary Tao. So yeah, I probably could have beat him the first attempt of those two if I'd played it better. This is kind of a cool mod. There's something cool about this mod. Because much like with Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, your skill level makes a difference. Like, the better you are at fighting with this system, dodging, using turbo mode in the different forms, and actually using your blocks and timing hits perfectly, the better you are with all of that stuff, the more powerful fights you can win, more or less no problem. It definitely feels like there's less of that skill difference than if we were playing with JJK or Kimetsu no Yaiba, but it's still there, even if it's not as much. Anyways, 530 goes to 1190. And now the final match of this tournament, Piccolo himself. It seems that he is Piccolo's son. His power is incredible. Defeat Piccolo. Start in turbo mode. I'm going to lose this fight. I'm almost certain. Oh yeah, we fight our first opponent. Oh, he also teleports. That's right. There when that's gonna start happening. We only managed to do about half his health. Yeah, Piccolo Jr. Piccolo himself. I figured this was going to be another stopping point where we're going to have to get stronger. And we lost big time there. That's more than just a handful of points here or there to topple him, though. I don't know why I wanted to come see you. Key protection might be nice. It's probably not that big of a difference, though. And we can't even put 10 points in right now. Let's get strength to 65, and then the rest in con. Gonna be stopped at 69. And I punched just like a handful of things. How many points am I shy of that? 23. Zero. Wow, literally just came running up to me on a silver platter. We got what we wanted. That's only 5 points in 2 different skills. That is not enough to actually take him on, but might as well try it one more time before hitting the training pod. Also, enter turbo mode, please. I tried and it didn't want to work. Oh, I did considerably worse that time. At that time I got distracted trying to go into... Hi, please. I was hitting the F button to start flying and it just didn't want to work. Interesting little bit of weirdness right there. I couldn't enter turbo mode while fighting Piccolo, and then I couldn't fly while falling. So yeah, Piccolo's an opponent we're going to have to train for. Unsurprising. Let's go down to 5%. Before putting on the training rate, let's actually get in position. And how long am I going to train for? Just enter turbo mode so I can actually get there a little bit faster. The training pod, we did get to showcase it again. Basically, it's just water, some trapdoors, and some wooden slabs. I can stand here, put on a training weight, and I'm going to get up to 1,500? Or 15,000, I think. Shouldn't take me very long. Just spawn in 4 training dummies, I believe is the maximum you can do. And then when they start falling in here, I just keep punching. I can actually use the lightsaber so I don't use up a whole bunch of stamina while doing this, and I don't have to time my hits and stop halfway through. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. This shouldn't take me too long. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, about 5 minutes later, I now have 16,000. Actually, I went a little bit over what my original goal was. But that's all well and good. What's a few more extra T-poo points? T-poo? What? As I already said, I'm tired and it's midnight, right? I think I already said that. My speech abilities are going to be even worse today. How is that possible? Anyways, we now have a whole bunch of points to spend in an enemy that wants to come kill me. Yay! Can you just... No, you're gonna do this whole song and dance? Fine, slash. Thank you for the gold shards. I don't know if I need much more gold, but thank you anyways. Anyways, 16,000 points. What are we going to spend them on? Are there any more skills I want to get? Defense penetration isn't useful against the AI enemies. Dash and endurance, I don't really care about dash. I don't think dash is super important. I think it just lets you move along the ground a little bit faster. Which, I mean, could be could be nice in certain fights, but I'm not sure if it's that useful right now. Now, endurance is like extra health or extra defense. I don't quite remember how it works. It could be good. I do want it. You also have endurance and jump. Jump is like dash, in which it might be important in certain situations. Not right now. You know what? I am surprisingly close to being able to get God form. I forgot how cheap it was to get that's level 1. I think you also need to have your maxed out super form as well. So that's not going to be anytime soon, but I could get that and just save it. And then you have key protection. I don't remember how key protection is different from endurance, but I do kind of want both of them. So, you know what? Why not? I have plenty of TP. We're going to get key protection and key endurance, which should help boost our defenses by a sizable margin, more or less instantly. And that leaves jump and dash among these friends, and and defense penetration, but that might as well not exist. Then I could spend a bunch more of this TP on a stronger blast, I guess, if I wanted. Or I go see what Goku and Gohan have. You know what, let's go see Goku and Gohan first. I don't think Kami has anything else, but we might as well go see him. I don't remember exactly what anyone has. Fusion is only good in multiplayer, but would be funny if I could use it. Defense penetration doesn't work in single player. Instant transmission, I'm just using the JEI movements. Although that would let me get back to the other world if I set a marker there with instant transmission and then die. You have. I already own everything you have. And the only one I can actually get any other skills from would be Roshi, because the others are evil. But you only have jump and dash to teach me. Nothing I really care about. So we have all the skills that I can really use right now, minus jump and dash, which I don't care about. The skill Key Protection gives extra defense in exchange for Key. The skill Endurance gives you additional percentage-based incoming damage reduction. Okay, so I think that was like 15% damage reduction, and now it's 8. I think so, or something like that. And then that might just be good, just having the extra Key defense as well. Here's how big of a difference it makes. What if I go all the way back up to 65? What does that look like now? That's still 18%. Passive defense is now 46 with uh active defense up to 225. Oh, I guess you can see it right there. Extra output from, I believe that's in the endurance taking effect, not the key defense. I have 2 extra points there. Or I might have that backwards. Yeah, I have that backwards. So it's not very big right now, but it is a bit of a help. We're gonna try fighting our friend Piccolo as is one more time before any other stat things. I'm going to let it hit. I hate when the sun is right there where you know it's only like 30 or seconds or so before daytime or before nighttime comes around, but it doesn't let you sleep. I can make that jump now. That's kind of cool. Let me sleep. There we go. Key. Yeah, I need to stop moving around and running like that so I don't use up all my key. Now key, yeah. Turbo mode gets reactivated. Words are hard right now. Piccolo, let's go again. Let's actually use the sword this time. Okay. Okay. So I did better there. I was using my defenses as well as I could. Piccolo is one where I can't just like run around for a little bit and reposition myself. He will just teleport to me. So I have to be blocking if I'm not attacking. But we saw it worked a lot better that time, just not good enough. I think I will need a couple of stats at least. It's a question of what? Dex up to 90. And honestly, that might be enough. Just a little bit extra defense. And you know what? What if I put endurance and key protection both up to level 2? I now have 5 extra points there. I thought it was going to go up to 4. Guess it's 2.5% per level and just doesn't show properly there. That number doesn't look different. Maybe endurance just doesn't show up in here properly. Not entirely sure. But that should be a minor defensive boost. Actually, we put a minor stat boost into defense and then minor boost into both of our defense skills. So I wonder if turbo mode is being weird. It just won't let me activate it sometimes. I wonder if simply doing that will be enough. Although I should have my katana out. It is very hard to get the 3rd hit in. I was able to get 3 hits in against some of the previous fights, but it's kind of difficult to do the same against this Piccolo with how his movements are different. Can I get... Am I just hitting the wrong buttons? Am I so tired that it doesn't feel like I'm hitting different buttons, but I am? I don't know. I'm just having some weird finger issues, I think. I don't know. Anyways, we did better actually, no, we did worse that time somehow, despite the fact that we have better defenses. I think I just played worse. Do I just do this? Put Dex up to 100. Okay, I don't think you can actually hear that. For whatever reason, one of the 2 cats every single night will just start yelling, and I don't know why. I was kind of curious if she got picked up. I could just put Dex to 100. That would probably be enough to make the difference. What if I put Strength up to 70? Yay, it actually hit 70 instead of hitting like 71 or something. And then con up to 75? I'm trying to be so sparing with these while also making a big enough difference to make a different fight. Maxing out at 1500 health. Strength stronger. Defenses are buffed. You're... Come on. What? Ow! What? Can he read my stats? Can he look at what I have going for me and say, oh, you just put a whole bunch of things into making your defenses better. Let's just shoot you in the face with an energy beam, shall we? What was that? He has yet to do that in any other fight, and then he just is like, you know what? Bang, explosion in your face. Oh, I got shot in the back with a rocket launcher. That's what that was. Ow, you were already dead. Ah. Piccolo I knew was going to be a challenge, but it's proving to be a bigger challenge than I was expecting. You know what? I was going easy on you. 10 points in the dex actually gets me 2 extra free points. Where do I put the rest of these? 10 more points into mine to get key protection and endurance, both up to level 3? Or do I focus on damage output? Because defense will only take me so far. Let's put strength up to 75. And then you know what? I completely forgot about my key scythe. That would have been helpful 20 minutes ago. You know what? Let's try key scythe as is. Oh yeah, key protection is on. I forgot that was actually a timer slider thing right there. Whatever. Turbo mode on, please. I'm gonna have to clear out these death markers in just a moment. How am I doing worse and worse in this fight? I don't understand it. If I had managed to get a full 3-hit combo in there somewheres, I could have taken him on. Do I need to use a better key attack? Like something in here? Like this is a very, very weak barrage. That's not going to help me out. What if I do just like a basic blast? Fast. Put as much key power into it as I can. Give it an effect. That makes it explode and do more damage. And let's make it a... What color do we make it? There's so many options. Cyan, light cyan. So many color options. And then I need to come up with a name for it. Hold on, let me choose incantation. There's a lot of stylization thing to do. I'm gonna take a moment here, I think. Okay, I've been here for a minute. The name's not great, but I couldn't come up with something better. So we're just gonna call it the Sapphire Blast. It's a dark blue. It has sound noises we'll hear when I launch it. I'm just gonna accept it. It's probably not amazing, but it's something. I also need to have some amount of key built up in order to actually bring that over. So now I have it selected. This will also explode and cause terrain damage when I launch it. So I will blow up these trees and make a hole into the center of the lookout if I do it here. Let's go to the ground first, shall we? I don't see any targets, but this is as good a spot as any. Oh, fine, Creeper, you will do. Sapphire Blast. We start building it up. We get this big rumble. It's fully charged. And then we can start charging it up above 100% to get a little bit of extra damage out of it. I'm just going to launch it at 65, though. Bye-bye, Creeper. I used a decent chunk of ki, but we can still launch a chunk of them before it becomes an issue. Eat up, make sure ki stays at full. Whether or not I can actually use that to help defeat, not Krillin, Piccolo is another question altogether. Just because he's also launching attacks, and he is very fast and hard to keep track of. Plus he can fly. Maybe not the best opponent to start trying this out with. What is going on in this village? Are those all the villagers? Oh, all the villagers moved into one house. Okay. So, let me clear out these death markers real quick. Dun dun. Make sure we don't get rid of Cell or get rid of Kami again like we did last time. So we're in turbo mode. Key weapon should be on. Make sure we're blocking more or less off the gate. I kind of dislike that Piccolo basically gets this free hit immediately. Sapphire Blast. Oh, that did basically the amount of a singular normal hit. Actually, it did less because we have 0 willpower, basically. In my head, I saw that going better. That's what happens when you don't touch willpower, I guess. And can I put that up to... Well, it hit 45. That means it will do a little bit more. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing. I can launch a Ki Blast now. But said Ki Blast isn't really strong enough to make a difference here. Plus, if Piccolo launches his own one, I'll just end up clashing Ki techniques, and he will win. I'm 100% sure his blast is going to be stronger than mine. Are you gonna teleport at me, or... I'm fairly certain I hurt myself there more than I hurt him. Also, enter turbo mode. Hold on, I won. I did it? I don't feel like my singular blast should have made enough of a difference to make me win there. Like, I shot him once with the Ki Blast, and it did less than a singular punch did, basically. Or maybe slightly more that willpower's higher. I have no idea how I managed to win that kind of easily this time. Anyways, Piccolo Jr. falls. And now he goes all out. He was going easy on us beforehand. Fun. I need all my ki back, and I'm running out of steak. I should probably save steak for important times where I need to heal up a little bit faster. And use up the weaker stuff in situations like this. Also, I should probably start eating eventually during fights. Anyways, time to get our butts kicked again. I also can't launch a ki technique while I'm holding something. Like, I have to switch away from the sword in order to launch Sapphire Blast. Anyways. He's bigger now. Also, he's teleporting more and doing more, whole bunch more damage. Oh, my cooldown is way too low, way too long. I was blocking and he still did 300 damage to me. Uh-oh. I'm gonna need to start using, I'm gonna need to go higher than 65%, aren't I? That will probably be the biggest bang for my buck as far as strengthening myself goes. I think I used up all my TP on other stuff. Oh yeah, I do have 10 mind points available, that's right. Potential unlock? Potential unlock. We now access 75% of our power as soon as I actually have the key to go above it. Piccolo Jr. I knew he was going to be a wall, but he's turning out to be an even bigger menace than I was expecting. Also, I should probably work on getting base mastery level up. Getting that up to max will actually give me a decent advantage too. Anyways, we're stronger now. We can now access 10% more. Our damage reduction is down 19%, only one more. Passive is up to 67. Why is it 6% now? Interesting. Oh well, let's try this again. You are still dangerous and that teleporting sucks. Ow. We almost won. We did better there. The unexpected explosion in my face did not help the matter. I am chewing through so much more ki now. I need to get spirit up. I need something. I think I'm going to need to train again, actually. Like, I need 5 points here to make sure ki lasts throughout the entire fight, and even that's probably not going to stretch us enough. That'll be good for a moment. And then I think we just need more stats. Like, we are not strong enough. I can put 2 points in the dex to get it to 105. Piccolo, you are such a menace. How am I actually supposed to take you on? I'm gonna try this one more time, and then I think it's back to the training pod. Block, please. Also, please enter turbo mode. Ow. I almost had him. I can get him to about 400 health left on most of these fights. It's just not close enough. Revive. Turn off key weapon. Then go back down to 5% because I think it's back to the training pod with us. We are not there yet. We need a few more points somewheres. Either that, I could try to get base mastery up to 50%. I could get up to 50 pretty quickly. Base mastery is actually pretty quick to train if you know what you're doing. And so basically, the way it works is the more hits you get, the more it does. The more you get base mastery. But it doesn't matter even if you take damage or not. It just matters if you get hit. So like, I have no idea if this Yeti's actually going to be able to do damage to me. But every time it hits me, I have a chance to get base mastery, or I get it 100%. I don't quite remember. But the funny thing with this is, I think there's something weird with Dragon Block C where it sort of messes with iframes. So if you're just in a horde of zombies, they can all hit you at the same time, basically. Which is very good if you want to train up a thing based on how many hits you take. Actually, Ancient Warfare actually helps with this too. Like, Ancient Warfare has so many mobs in it, and they're constantly hitting you. I could just sit in a corner somewhere in an Ancient Warfare structure and just have like a million things pile in on me. And that would actually be pretty good training. I'm going to find a castle real quick for Ancient Warfare and try to like set it up a little bit so that I'm constantly getting hit and try to get form mastery up, I think. Even just getting to 50% should be, 50 base mastery should be a pretty big help. So, yeah, I'm just going to fly, explore a little bit more, find a castle like this. This is actually pretty... Oh, this one's perfect. This is one of the, this is one of the camps. The camps are perfect for this. This place is almost 100% soldiers who hit us physically. And there's actually a decent chunk of them just hanging out in here. So, can I just put myself in a little hole real quick, or are you just going to keep beating me up? You know what? This works. Maybe. Maybe not. They're kind of silly. Do I have a shovel? I do. Really? Of course. Of course I get the first block and start breaking the second one before they actually do it. Here we go. This will work. Base mastery is already starting to skyrocket. Yeah, and I am taking 0 damage this entire time. Do the stats automatically go in? Yes, I am already up to 76 strength. I think this maxes out at 50. It could max out at 100. I don't quite remember. Oh, this is also affecting our passive damage reduction. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here for a moment, get this. You know what, we're going to stop at 30 for now. I'm going to get this 4 more points. This is a new one. I got up to 27 base mastery, and then they broke. I have never before managed to break the Ancient Warfare NPCs, but I just managed it now while I wanted them to hit me. Now they're all running into a corner doing nothing at all. These ones are doing this weird little dance and will occasionally just give me a little bap like that. But for the most part, that's it. This has never happened before. I have no idea how I managed this. I'm just kind of confused. Like, I have no idea what happened there. What if I still want to get to 30 real quick? What if I fly away and then fly back real quick? Will that fix them? Like, despawn the area for a moment? Weird. I only need like 2.5 more points for my form mastery to get to the point where I'm looking for. Although damage reduction is now up to 21, and we're getting close to like 5 full stats in all of those. Kind of cool. I think I despawned that thoroughly enough. And if I re-enter the area, everything should spawn back in and want to kill me? Question mark? It spawned back in. Yet doesn't want to kill me. How did I manage this? Fine then, might as well use you for TP grinding instead if you're not going to actually fight me back. This is so weird, I've never seen this before. Oh well, at least I still get some base form mastery just from like beating them up. I think you get more when they hit you than when you hit them back, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, might as well just clear this place out where we're here. Might get some new lightsaber pieces while we're at it. There were 2 zombies hanging out outside, and they're actually getting this up faster than the soldiers did, which is kind of funny. I just have to put in turbo mode so I don't move, and then you can just beat me up for a little bit. Here's what this will max out at. Curious if this will hit 22. This should hit 110, right? Here's when the stats actually come in. I thought this was going to be a little bit faster than it is, apparently. It's fast, but it still takes a minute. Okay, here we are, maybe a literal minute later. It seems like it gets 1 stat every... point 10 is what I was trying to say, and then completely blanked on it. So, like, every point 10 for mastery points, it seems to give you 1 stat somewheres. Interestingly enough, I guess I just forgot to put a point into strength at some point. But this seems to go up, I think, on the point. Maybe it's point 2, actually. Also, did I forget to put 2 points into willpower? Why is that only at 48? I'm not entirely sure. I really need 9 TP to get that extra willpower point in. Come here. I still need to clear out the camp. I just got distracted by actually being able to hit the point I was looking for. That should be enough, right? Yeah. Willpower's there. But it's either every point 1 or point 2. I'm not entirely sure. Because I got... This went up to 22 at like 0.3, and then this one hit it at like 0.4 or something like that. So I think it's every 0.2. This one gets it on 0.2, this one gets it on 0.2. Or that one, rather, and that one. Wait, where's the last 0.2? I feel like there should be one more that gets it on a 0.2, if it is 0.2. Not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how most of this works. I'm kind of pulling some numbers out of thin air, trying to make sense of it. I don't need more of you. I don't really need enchanting books. I'm going to grab lightsaber pieces and, like, iron. And I think that's about it. I think I can randomly find diamonds in here. If I find those, obviously those go on the list. I don't need redstone. Don't even know why I grabbed it. I don't need extra food. Basically, I'm just here to see if I can't find cool new lightsaber pieces. So, yeah, I'm just going to finish clearing this place out real quick, and then we're probably going to do our outro. Piccolo Jr. I was hoping to defeat him today, but I guess we're just going to have to wait till next time. So, Form Mastery will hopefully help us out a bit. Okay, that didn't take too long to clear out. I also didn't get much training out of it, although I did get up almost a half point of base mastery. Just a small collection of Keyblade pieces. Lightsaber! I'm still calling it a Keyblade for some reason. I think some of these ones are new, but I also see some familiar ones in there. I still need to get more diamonds and find a Jedi temple. I still want the holocron so I can use the Force abilities. It would be very cool to see what's synergies. Because I remember there being some things that will pass over the DBC damage and some things that don't. But I think the things that do manage to pass it over pretty well. Like, I want to say it's like the lightsaber throw technique is actually pretty good for training because it works like a boomerang. It can hit things a lot in a confined space. I think I might be misremembering about that, but I do want to get it to test it. The quick flying around, it won't just be right here. It wouldn't be that nice to me. I finally found a sizable plains at least, but this isn't where they spawn. They spawn in like birch forest or something. Like Forest Hills, maybe. I do not remember. Oops, wrong button. I meant to hit F5. But anyways, it's probably a pretty good place to end things off. I am tired. This somehow ended up as a normal length video despite the fact that I kind of wanted to make it somewhat shorter. Piccolo Jr., the Piccolo saga in general, is turning out to be a bit more of a pain than I thought it would. I thought so far we've more or less been able to go through an entire story arc every episode. But this time, Piccolo normal mode was a menace, and then he only gets stronger. Although now that base mastery's up a little bit higher, we might stand a little bit better chance. Just a selection of free stats and extra damage reduction just in general. Very nice. I thought those were diamonds, but no, they're like the titanium or chromium or something like that. But anyways, the game's not going to be nice enough to just drop what I'm looking for in my lap. Might as well clear out this and that blacksmith I saw first, though. Only some pink crystals. I don't need more pink crystals. And the blacksmith, I'm assuming, is going to be somewhat similar. Iron and redstone. I'll still grab them. It's nice to have like the basic resources, but they're not that important. Anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.